Hello people, it's the running doctor here again, Dr. CY, and once again you are welcome to my channel. Today I got with me another interesting running shoe for review, a rather unique one at that. And that's the New Balance Fresh Foam X More version 4. And this edition is the one they call the New York City Marathon edition. I think the Fresh Foam More came from all the Fresh Foam addition to these shoes, like an increment on the level of cushioning in the 1080. It's a max cushion shoe. It is designed for a comfortable and stable ride. That's how New Balance described it in their website. But you can see this shoe sits on a high platform of Fresh Foam X midsole with a heel stack of 34 millimeters in the heel and 30 millimeters in the forefoot, giving just a 4 millimeter heel-to-toe drop. This shoe feels and is really chunky. If you like them big, then you got this. The shoes are, however, a tad heavy, weighing 340 grams in my size US 11 or EU 45. In order to put that in perspective, comparing it with other daily trainers, React Miler 3 weighs 312 grams in the same size, but majority of the other daily trainers, like the Puma Velocity Nitro, the Nike Air Zoom Vomero 16, most of the running shoes are below 300 grams. I got these shoes for 489 Saudi Riyal, and that is about 131 US dollars. And that's the regular price of these shoes. Usually get it between 130 to 150 US dollars. So these shoes actually don't come in cheap. And for the price, looking at it, of course, the shoe does quite look premium, The materials look great and the finishing is just perfect. So if you look at it, this is actually, for me, I think this is a premium shoe. For this price, they did offer something decent. But how did they perform in the run? That is the most important thing for runners. So the ride, when you lace up these shoes, what are the things I noticed? Of course, looking at them, you will see that this shoe has somewhat rocker geometry here that aids transition from landing to toe off. The thick Fresh Foam X midsole offers very nice cushioning at all paces. Fast, slow, medium, these shoes were fantastic cushioning. There was no ground feel at all in these shoes due to the high platform. However, I found the response or energy return of these shoes to be suboptimal. Not as good as you get from even the 1080 V12. I think it's all the Fresh Foam X here compresses well, but the rebound wasn't that great, such that I did feel the weight of these shoes, especially after some time as you begin to get tired. The Adidas Adista weighs 10 grams heavier, and the Ultra Boost also weighs 20 grams heavier, yet both shoes feel lighter on the feet than this. I think that's because those shoes offer better response. However, what you will enjoy with these shoes is a comfortable, max cushioned ride. So if you want something that you can use for a comfortable ride at slow to medium paces, these shoes really do come in handy. But if you want to pick up speed in these shoes, of course, you have to put in some extra work. Looking at it also, you notice that the N logo on the side and also some stripes here at the back and the New York City Marathon branding here are all reflective for better visibility for night runners. So these shoes don't need any braking period at all. They are super comfortable at lace-up of the new shoes. Just like the name, they feel like a firm foam underfoot. The insole is removable. So I found out that at any pace, heel or forefoot striking, these shoes feel great. They're saving the knees and ankles as much stress as any running shoe can offer. The upper, very soft, comfortable, and slightly stretchy with lots of room in the toe box. It is generally comfortable as long as you are not touching, as long as your toes are not touching the small firmness at the toe guard here. Little padding at the heel counter and collar and the tongue. However, they are all enough to offer good comfort around the ankle. The tongue is free. However, it doesn't slide around because the laces pass through it here, helping to keep it in place. At the end of 12-kilometer run, there was nothing worrisome. The tongue was nicely in place. The air support was very good, optimal. So for any length of running, I think your feet are going to feel relaxed running in this. This shoe fits true to size. I got my normal size US 11 or EU 45 in these shoes, and they fit perfect. On the lockdown, the regular lacing system here gives a nice lockdown to these shoes. There's a little extra padding in the upper part of the heel counter here that helps to secure the heel in place in a nice lockdown, especially so when you engage the runner's loop. The laces are soft and not securely throughout duration of a run. I did 12 kilometers in these. I didn't have any time that I needed to slow down and retie my shoelaces. On stability, these shoes are surprisingly stable despite the height and size. I think the wide base of these shoes, both in the heel and in the forefoot, with firm support at the heel counter here, all help to improve the stability. I didn't notice any problems in this department throughout the runs. Breathability, these shoes are nicely breathable. I wouldn't complain at all in these shoes, except perhaps some very hot days or you are wearing a thick stocking. If you put on these shoes, you see nice perforations here in the toe box and on the side help to improve the breathability. So the traction, I found these shoes to have excellent traction on both dry and wet pavement. That's an improvement on the 1080 V12, which had excellent traction on dry pavement, but wasn't so great when I ran into wet patches. On looks, that is where the shoe shines. If you like them chunky, then you got these. These shoes are huge and lovely. Of course, it's the looks that attracted me to these shoes first. So in summary, what do I like about these shoes? The first thing, of course, I like the looks of these shoes. They look amazing. I like the comfort. They are super comfortable on the feet, and I like that they are very stable despite the height. I like the finishing of these shoes. It looks quite premium. However, what I do not like about the shoes is the response from the midsole. I think it needs a little more. A shoe of this size should offer better response from the midsole so they don't feel so heavy. I will recommend these shoes on days that you want a comfortable, soft shoe that you want to use to run without any stress. You are not concerned about speed. This is where this shoe will come in. Maybe recovery runs, slow pace runs. That's where this shoe, where you are going to really enjoy these shoes. But if you want something, if you want to pick up speed in these shoes, then you really do have to put in the work because they are heavy and they are not that responsive. Try to use this for gym workouts. They feel so big and doughy on the feet. In the gym, I like to feel confident on the floor. You want to do all the weight lifts and the squats. So it wouldn't be my favorite gym wear. However, these shoes do make excellent casual wear. Lace this up with jeans or whatever. Of course, they really do look amazing. So guys, these are my thoughts on the New Balance Fresh Foam X More V4. If you have any more questions which I didn't cover here, you can put it down in the comment box, and of course I will get back to you because I've had these shoes for quite some time. I put in several pieces in this, use them for both gym and casual, and I think I have quite a nice idea of how this shoe feels and what it does and cannot do. So guys, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, encourages us to give out more, as we try out all these shoes and help you to make better choices in your running shoes. So guys, thank you for watching this. Until the next video, it's goodbye.